I guess again, looking back across your career, both in business and while you were in employment, what do you think have been the defining moments in your life? Key times when you have said, you know what, I made the right move here, I made the wrong move here, or my life was greatly influenced by this event. You talked about June 12 earlier. Were there any other key moments?
In my life or in the business? In my life is, it's you cannot wing it. I've always been in the top 10 of my class. In fact, mostly in the top 3. As I was going higher and higher, I kept dropping. There was a time I was in top 7 when I was in secondary school, and I knew what it was to toast a girl. The grades started dropping, and then I was born in Ghana. My mother is Ghanaian. I went to school in Ghana. So we have 2 exams you have to take to go to university. First is your O-levels to go into what we call 6th form, lower 6 and upper 6. And then you take your A-level exams, and if you pass very well, then you go to university. There were only 3 universities, and there wasn't any concept of overloading the class. Once they take the class, that's it. So I was winging it, relying on my natural intellect. I didn't put in a lot of hard work, especially in my A-levels. I was very happy to pass into lower 6. We were going partying every day, congratulating ourselves. Before we knew it, here was upper 6. Before we knew it, here was exam. So I did very badly in the exam. And all the things that I chose, I didn't get. I didn't get medicine, I didn't get building technology, I didn't get engineering, I didn't even get dentistry. Then eventually I got agric. Now agric, they started teaching us in the class about John Deere tractors, Massey Ferguson. I had no interest. I was just going into the class, and my life was still on the lane of winging it. Let me just pass through university, I'll get a degree. And I wasn't going for lectures because I didn't want to know about how to plant corn and cassava. But it's a passion for some people. For me, it wasn't. One day I got to the class, and Dean called me aside and says, "Listen, you need to go and pack your things from your room. Unfortunately, we can't have you as part of this course because you don't come to class, you haven't got a minimum." It was after first term. And my life was really now in danger of backsliding. I mean, what next? I've already told people I was going to university, I've gone to university, people have hailed you, and now you're going to go back. So this man looked how desolate I was, an Indian guy at the University of Ghana, Legon. And then he says, "Listen, there's a new department that has started. It's called Computer Science. I see you're a numeric person. Maybe you like it. I can introduce you to the dean." Then SK Odum, Dr. Odum. Luckily, because it was new, it was not crowded. So there was space, and I transferred from agric to computer sciences. But again, because it was new, there were people that came in from Form 5, which was never heard of. You have to do your 6th form. They took a special exam and came from. So here I was sitting in class with some of my Form 5 people. But you know how fate is. That's why I said sometimes there is weight power. It's the same computer sciences that I did that is what I'm using to earn a living today. So there is a message in it. But what I learned from it, you can't coast through life. You can't wing it. You can't not prepare. You've got to put in the hours, you've got to burn the midnight candle, and you've got to, go at it. You can't say I'm born intelligent and so it's enough. It's never enough. That's one big message I got.